It's so funny. Even you guys aren't surprised that a Blizzard employee was caught simping hard. I mean, it's just so laughable. What the hell is going on inside of that company, brother? It's truly so debilitating to see that these people are in charge of making decisions inside of servers. It's all such a big joke, and I'm not even surprised because all of their writing teams are filled with wine moms and labubu millennials, sorry, and of course blue-haired Karens. It just, what are we doing here? Blizzard can't even cultivate an employee that is actually competent and sane of mind. There is nothing left inside of Blizzard. Who are they hiring? All of these weird people that don't have any rational judgment capability. So why are we putting them in positions of power? Even though a Blizzard GM is equal to AI slop, it's still, it has a GM has some modicum of influence. So I think Blizzard really need to start waking up, and Microsoft really needs to start burning down the house. They need to clean out every single person who is useless individual inside of the company, meaning 99% of people, including Holly Longdale.
All right. So this is something that is actively developing on Reddit, where on the front page of Reddit, there was kind of an interesting post related to Mythic Plus. It's titled Blizzard GM Death Touching Mobs in Plus 23 for their favorite streamer log linked. To preface this, I have no idea if the title was accurate about their favorite streamer, but I did check the VODs and she was in fact not streaming when this run happened. Also, I'm pretty sure that the GM was in the dungeon the entire time, just watching and waiting. So there I was, perusing some Mythic Plus logs while I was at work today and stumbled upon this curious one. A miraculous key, no right to be timed, so far behind and yet they pull it out of nowhere for the win. Guess my surprise when I couldn't
Deus Ex Machina.
Figure out how something died so quickly.
Simp Ex Machina.
And I dug a little bit deeper, and a GM death touched the mob. I waited all day to post this, hoping that Blizzard would come out in front of it, but here we are, another Mythic Plus season tainted by cheating or incorrect title recipients. Can't say I'm surprised, but this one is a little bit more egregious than forgetting to shut off title at the end of the season. So this one, basically what's being alleged here is that a GM has gone into a dungeon and death touched mobs to allow players to be able to time a 23. And whenever you click on the log, you are redirected to a lingering image in a Nexus Point Zenith 23, a dungeon that was timed.
Why did they log it? Why didn't they remove the logs? That's like the interesting question. That's what I don't understand, because not everything is logged. Someone did that on purpose, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding something.
With 14 seconds to spare, you scroll down
Just keep it on the down low.
lingering image from the damage taken sources, and there is an ability called Area Death Test that was casted by a member. Whenever you actually go and look at the people in the party, this was an ability that was casted by...
Hey, who said Blizzard employees don't play their own game?
Somebody that was not in the party.
Clearly false statement.
Dejio Sai. And you go and click on Area Death Test, or you can actually maybe even look.
He should have called this ability the Rainbow Slam, and Blizzard would immediately absolve them of all sin. Not only he wouldn't have been kicked out of Blizzard, he would have been promoted.
Up the ability, it's sourced as ability 265. We can actually pull this up. Area Death Test. You see it's 265 as well. Kill all enemies within a 30-yard radius. Cheater. You can scroll down to the comments. And,
it even says so in the ability.
It's basically an ability that's been in the game for a very long time. It does seem like it's available as a GM ability. So the premise of this Reddit post is kind of interesting because it's being implied that people are cheating. At first, whenever I first saw this log, I thought that there was a chance that you can go through and actually edit files. You can edit log files, and somebody could potentially uploaded it and then wrote this Reddit post for malicious reasons. Then I went to Raider.io to check to see that the dungeon was actually done in time to correspond the runs, and you can actually see that the timers from this 23 Nexus Point Zenith on Raider.io line up with the 23 Nexus Point Zenith in logs. So everything made sense from that regard. Then I tried to look around a little bit more and noticed that was actually something interesting that happened on Lothraxion as well. So Lothraxion ends up dying around the 2819 marker, and whenever the boss gets incredibly low, 1.4%, The mob is also cast on by death touch, and I was like, this is really fucking weird, to the point where I was again kind of wondering as to whether or not this was still real or something that was maybe the log got corrupted or something like that. And you can actually go in and check. I made a GIF here about it. So basically, what ends up happening, let me relive this. There was a GIF, and basically Lithraxian is at like 0% HP. The ability gets cast on Lithraxian again, like that death touch ability that we saw earlier. Then this lingering image. This is lingering image 4 that was cited earlier that we saw, and that lingering image gets pulled, and you can just see, bang, it gets killed off by the death touch as well. It's basically at full HP, and then it just dies, and giving the party count and allowing them to time the key that they otherwise wouldn't.
Bro just vanished. Simple as that. Simple as that. What was that title, really? Yeah, we're reacting to it right now. Blizzard employee was caught simping hard.
Have been in time. Obviously, again, they're 14 seconds under, so it is quite likely that they would have depleted the key.
Yeah, basically they were supposed to lose a Mythic Plus key, which was a very high key, and the GM just started going on rampage, using his GM abilities to insta-kill everything. That's, like, the gist of it. All for the sake of some e-girl who wouldn't even touch him with a 10-foot pole, by the way.
So I had to go back and actually look to see what happened with the lingering image, and it seemed like they did a fairly consistent, like, Warrenstone skip. It seemed like the way that the lingering image was there was all fairly kosher with like a standard Warrenstone skip. So then I did not like how this Reddit post was written. I think that the assertion that a GM is doing this for their favorite streamer seems a little bit unlikely. We've seen some pretty weird exploits in the past where I remember like World First Gallywix was taken down with help from like a Lua unlocker and GM abilities to where it would one-shot bosses. I know there's been weird shit with Torghast powers, but this one's a little bit different because this actually cites a 6th person in the group. But what's being claimed here is that there's a Blizzard GM that's death touching mobs inside of this person's group, which for me, that seems absolutely absurd. Also, the stuff in regards to the streamer in question is actually Yara, Schizophene here. She was, I checked through the Twitch VODs, and she actually was not streaming this, because that was actually one of the first things I went to go check. To see if she was streaming. Okay. And there was.
Should we check her Twitter account? Should we do that? Do you guys want to do that? Let's see why bro tore his entire career apart for the sake of, like, who? I think that would be interesting. Maybe we'll wait after the video.
No recorded runs of this. It would have been something that would have been.
Go ahead. We'll wait until the end of the video.
Through, try to see if any of the other runs
it wasn't for a girl, then for who?
Or streamed by anybody else. It didn't look like Yeezus was streaming this either on his Twitch page. And so, I clicked through the logs from this guy, and I could not find any other times where this happened, where it's mini guy, it seems like this is the tank, this seems to have not happened to him ever before. Now, so then there's kind of the weird allegations where
his buddy asked him,
the GM is death touching mobs.
Man, that's even worse.
Their favorite
you
streamer.
did it for
now,
a guy.
There are multiple streamers that are in this group. There's
Shameless.
He is 4,300. He's one of the best Devour Demon Hunters in the world, and there's
that obviously not the first time they abused that power. Of course not. He was just stupid enough to not keep it on the down low. Everyone knows that Blizzard are doing something like this. Like, it's not. Listen, if this surprises you, I'm sorry, but you've been living under a rock your entire life. Like, this is not least bit surprising. Everyone knows that this happens. Everyone knows, like, GMs that stole loot and all of that stuff. The problem is that it went public. I don't know, for some whatever reason they published the logs. I think they can choose not to do that. So I don't know what kind of happened there, and that's the major problem here. It shouldn't have happened. Someone slipped up.
Dara, she plays a DK and an Augmentation Evoker, also a fairly popular streamer on NA. And so the allegations of this being a GM helping out their favorite streamer seemed a little bit suspicious until, of course, somebody found some tweets. So first off, people started looking to try to figure out, who was this GM? Is this actually a GM, or is this somebody using a Lua unlocker, very similar to what we have seen with the Gallywix kill, where that was just people exploiting the game and completely breaking the game and being able to kill that boss. So people started typing in DeGio Sai into Raider.io, and it seems like it couldn't, it didn't populate any results that really were super meaningful. I think that there was like maybe some characters, but it was like nobody could actually figure out whether or not this was related to this person or not. This could actually be just some random person. This doesn't have to necessarily be a GM. This doesn't necessarily have to be a Blizzard employee. That was until a Twitter.
But how did he use that ability? I mean, unless it's like a bug that just shows there out of nowhere, but I don't think so.
Account came up, which is DeGio DJ. And he is a senior quality analyst who works on Warcraft. And I think he has moved to the Warcraft team and been working here for about 50 days. And interestingly enough, he is also somebody who Yara tweeted at him.
He was caught red-handed. Oh, dude. Oh my god, bro. Holy, no actual way. That is so obvious. He was caught. He was caught. No, dude, he didn't do it for a friend. He did it for her. He did it for her. Yeah, no, you can tell. You can tell she commented happy birthday on his Twitter account. And he got so excited, in his mind, he imagined them getting married and having children. I bet he imagined all of this. It's like, whenever you're so socially devoided person, and like you are a socially devoided person, and all you have is parasocial relationships online, and the cute cashier at the store smiles at you, and you immediately want to marry her. It's the same thing. It happened here. And here it's like one step further because she actually commented and told him happy birthday. So he would die for her. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Who Yara is the augmentation of it.
I know it
Yara
now.
Tweeted at him happy birthday back all the way in May. So that's where this kind.
Yeah, I'd understand it if he had a chance of getting it, but doing it for the vibes is just embarrassing. Bro, these people are so parasocial, you can't reason with them. It's the same people who want to work for Blizzard. Like, this guy just posted. You know what's worse than doing this? The post that he made prior, which is, I'm excited to work at Blizzard. That was an indicator. That was the biggest self-report of a human that can self-regulate himself and can think on his own. Like, that is alone the biggest problem. It's not even that. It's just like, I want to work at Blizzard and I'm so happy to be here. Who said such a thing?
Of links together, and this links together in an insane conspiracy theory. And so, okay, so that's all where the connection was made. Then Growl got Yeezus, the demon hunter from this group, into voice and was discussing what actually happened with the run with him. And we're just gonna let Yeezus explain what happened in this clip.
Okay, but no, listen. Let me explain it to you.
Okay, say your piece.
We're doing the key.
Okay, this is the guy.
We killed the last boss, and I'm like,
Hold.
oh my god, we're missing percent. Like, how? This route looked fine. And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my god, he probably forgot the Arcanist on pull 1. Bro, I have to do this shit again. And then I'm like, I go to my GM friend, I'm like, bro, please, can you do me a solid and just, like, look, this thing has 20 mil, bro. Can you please just one shot?
Bro, there ain't no
Ain't no way the GM risked his entire relationship with Blizzard for the sake of some bozo with a cat and a waffle on his head. If you think this is real, you're stupid as hell. He did it for the ego. 100%. Also, like, why are you guys so bad at the game and you want a GM to save you? Just get good. What the hell? Isn't that like the entire point of high keys? What is that garbage? Like, if you cheated, what is the point? It defeats the purpose because high keys are useless anyway. You get your entire gear by 10 plus, right? So what are we doing here? It's literally like winning a race in the Olympics by shooting every other racer. It's stupid.
One time for the one time.
bro.
Look, I meant no harm.
Guy's a
If
booster?
Blizzard
Then ban him.
wants to
Permaban him.
revoke that
I don't
key
care.
or revoke my title.
Also, he literally admitted this on stream, bro. Permaban him. Literally permaban him. Like, what are we even talking about here?
Whatever they see fit, I don't care. Like, personally, I think it was harmless. I didn't expect him to, like, do
How it was harmless?
in hindsight.
How is cheating in a video game harmless? What are you talking about? Who are these weirdos? All of that, man, retail is constituted from people like that. It's so dumb. I hate cheaters more than anything, bro. I've been playing Counter-Strike for the better part of my life, okay? I've been living for 28 years now. Imagine, I'm old and bold. It's crazy, right? The wig is still holding on, thankfully. But it made me hate cheaters on a level you guys would never understand. It's unprecedented. This guy should be banned. Immediately permabanned. Yeah, cheating is top tier cringe. Exactly. And bro, this guy is like above the age of 18, I assume, right? So if you're cheating as like an idiot kid, I get that. You know, I had my fair share back in the day too. I'm not going to lie. I was stupid as kid, and I deserve to be permabanned out of every single platform. If you're doing this as an adult, you're a bozo. Top tier buffoon.
Said he shouldn't have
Top
done
tier.
it. He
All
was
right.
just like doing me a solid because I fucking hate homework keys. I hate Brazil keys. I'm like, bro, my tank fucking up 1
So don't do it. Show Blizzard that it's garbage. I've been pushing against Mythic Plus for the better part of the last year, and I'm good. Like, don't do it. Just literally don't. It's trash. It's garbage. Everyone knows it's just homework and it's not fun. But Blizzard keep doing that because people like you never complain. And now you eat the slop that Blizzard delivers right at your doorstep, and you're like, I don't want to do it. Let my homie risk his entire livelihood for me. What a dumbass.
Well, I
Holy
now have
shit,
to
that's
spend
so
another 30
stupid.
minutes of my life. Like, I'll do
My
it.
God.
I don't care. I'll do it.
This is the information that I have come across so far and just how I understand it. Now, for my thoughts, if this is true and not a setup,
Yeah, I don't know if it's the cat head or the guy in the call. Regardless, just ban him. I don't care. Nah, I'm just saying, listen, if it's the guy in the call, then transfer everything that I said to him. But regardless, it's stupid.
this is unfucking believable. First and foremost, this run should get reverted.
Obviously.
If this is actually a Blizzard employee, first off, you're gonna get fired for doing shit like this. Like, if it's actually a Blizzard employee, I absolutely cannot fathom that he would do something like this, to the point where there is a wildfire on Reddit now where people are actually heated. I think that this is something that if you were going to get every player on this entire game upset, if you, as a Blizzard employee, are abusing that power and allowing people to achieve rewards that they otherwise shouldn't have. So I think at base level, this run should be reverted. This guy, I would feel just absolutely awful, because this guy is his
posts are
job is in
protected.
danger now. Like, this is something that is
Interesting. Only approved followers can see his posts. I wonder why.
his
wonder
job is
why.
in danger now. Like, this is something that is really, really, really tough to come back from. But that was it. That's the drama that's happened with Mythic.
All right. So we have an update on that. I've seen he just posted up a video. That's interesting. We'll actually take a look at that. But before that, let's actually take a look at the other girl Twitter. I really want to see that for a second. I want to see why Burrow risked his entire livelihood. God. Oh my days. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? My God. Okay, there it is. I guess she's retweeting stuff because she wanted to push the blame on someone else. Dog, that's just... I'm sorry. She's not going to touch you. She's not going to touch you, little bro. It's sad. You made a fool out of yourself. What is this? Resi23. Wait, she actually boasted about this? Readers added context. This individual was a part of a group in which GM cheated for them boosting. Oh my God. Oh my God, man, she was exposed. No. Oh, that is so good. Nose ring of doom. Hey, you know what? Stereotypes exist for a reason. My days. Okay, this is actually good. I think she's speaking about a different run here, but who knows? Who knows? My God. Dude, you gotta love World of Warcraft. She kind of bad though? Brother. Don't fall for the makeup. It's fine. You take her first date for a swimming pool. You'll see. You'll see some Gorlocks coming out of that.
I don't think have much merit,
But we'll talk about everything that's happened over the last, it's maybe not 48, it's probably like 36 hours or so. So first and foremost, the next thing that happened
Fell
was
for the
after
nose
that
ring
Reddit
like
thread
Frodo.
blew up. Kyvax, who is a community manager, said, "Thank you for all those who flagged this. We are reviewing and will take action as appropriate. A fair competitive playing field is essential to our games, and we will not tolerate cheating." Which is a little bit surprising. I'm going to be completely honest. Mostly because this is one of those things that it got so big so quickly that Blizzard was effectively forced to respond. And in regards to somebody in the game, a game master, killing mobs on behalf of other people, that is just going to almost transcend World of Warcraft in a way, right? I saw there was like a Dextero article. It went into pretty much...
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about anyone inside of the World of Warcraft sphere, none except WoW players and people like me who are ex-WoW retail players who want just to laugh at Blizzard. Nobody cares. It will never transcend beyond that, and I know because Blizzard has done things that are quite literally 10 times worse, and all they got is $18 million fine, which is literally a slap on the wrist for them. None of this would go outside of the WoW circle. Nobody really cares. To be honest, we're just like poking fun at it because it's like funny, and that's it.
And he says, as we mentioned, we internally monitor and confirmed a recent incident in which a World of Warcraft group gained an unfair advantage by abuse of access to developmental-only spells on a live realm. Our tools confirmed what was also surfaced in community discussions, and we have investigated the incident carefully. We can confirm that this was an action of a single Blizzard employee in violation.
They went to his cubicle as they were cube crawling probably, and they went like, bro, were you simping for her? And he's like, damn, I've been caught slipping. And they were like, damn, good job, dude. But since you've been caught, we kind of have to let you go. But hope you get that one, Chief. And of course, he wouldn't. He would never. She will stop caring about him the moment he will stop working at Blizzard.
Violation of our code of conduct. This employee is no longer with the company effective immediately. We are also taking actions against the player accounts that were complicit in this violation.
Finally.
It has always been the case that a small number of Blizzard employees can use developer tools and spells on live servers. This lets us test and make urgent fixes to the live game whenever they're needed. Every single use of these internal spells and commands is live realms is logged and shared with our platform security team to help ensure the occasional use of this access is warranted. The use of developmental tools for anything other than development work is against company policy. It's because of this process that we have in place around the use of these tools that we're confident that this incident was isolated to one individual. Now, this doesn't necessarily say that this was isolated to one incident, but it isolated to one individual, referring to the employee in question who is no longer going to be working at the company.
So it may not have been his first time.
I think that this post is actually quite telling. First and foremost,
what do you mean it's quite telling? He literally said we fired the dude because he was using the shit. What do you mean quite telling? Okay, I think we got most of it. It's probably gonna just speak about it more. I should have maybe found a post myself, to be honest. I don't want to dig through Blizzard forums. They're all super cringe. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. No, I think that's probably it. Well, guys, that was pretty much all for this part. It's just so sad. I can't believe that bro sold his future for a girl that doesn't care about him whatsoever. It's so sad to see, but I guess this is reality today. I mean, I couldn't, like, I couldn't, honestly. I don't know what to tell you. It's just so sad. It's just so pathetic to see. Like, this is what's going to happen from now on. Like, Blizzard employees are just going to use their powers to abuse everything inside of the game for personal gain. I mean, I know that has been happening with loot and stuff, but it just to see it like that, in such an overt way too, it's so cringe. But, hey, you know what? If something good came out of it, I guess at least Blizzard banned him. Well, not only banned him, literally let him go from the company. So, maybe a small W from Blizzard, but I'm pretty sure everyone inside of the company are like, damn, okay, we need to be more careful nowadays. It's not like it's going to disappear. It's just going to disappear from sight.